A warm welcome to you at TV Sapienza News at 1. I am Oluchi Ojobamdeli. The headlines: the leader of the Armed Forces Headquarters Recruitment Sensitization Team to Anambra State, Brigadier General Chimaye Kato, has called on youth in the southeast to key into the ongoing Nigerian Army recruitment to fill up the zone slot and represent the southeast in the force. Hamas has officially rejected Israel's latest ceasefire offer, saying it is prepared to immediately negotiate a deal that would see the release of all remaining hostages in return for an end to the war. Anthony Sinolisa, a rising Nigerian chess star, has won his name into African chess history by emerging victorious at the inaugural African Super Zonal Chess Championship held in Lagos State, Nigeria. The news in details. The leader of Army Force Headquarters Recruitment Sensitization Team to Anambra State, Brigadier General Chimaye Kato, has called on youth in the southeast to key into the ongoing Nigerian Army recruitment to fill up the zone's slot and represent the southeast in the force. General Kato, who made a call at Government House Awka while sensitizing youth leaders and President Generals on the need to encourage youth in the various communities to take part in the ongoing Army recruitment, revealed that 4,000 Northerners have registered for the recruitment, as against about the 200 persons that registered in the southeast. Responding, the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, who was represented by the Commissioner for Youth Development, Patrick Agamba, and Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Tony Collins Wabuwane, assured that the government will continue to sensitize the youth in the state, calling on traditional rulers and president generals of 4 communities in the state to join hands and mobilize 10 youths each in their communities to join the army through the present recruitment exercise. The Anambra State Police Command has arrested a suspect, Chidebere Mbene, for allegedly killing a secondary school student, Wokedi Somtochukwu, a 15-year-old boy, and raping the victim's sister. According to the police, Mbene invaded the residence of the victim's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wokedi, who are teachers in the Unubi community, Nnewi South local government area of the state. The masked suspect, armed with a pump action gun, scaled the fence of the teacher's compound and shot the boy at close range in the chest immediately upon sighting him, and then raped the victim's sister before escaping. Confirming the development in a statement on Friday, the spokesman for the Anambra State Police Command, Tochukwu Ikenga, said the suspect was apprehended with the help of some members of the community. Ikenga added that the Commissioner of Police, Ikoye Rutugu, has directed the immediate transfer of the case to the State Criminal Investigative Department, OCA, for a comprehensive investigation. President Bola Tinubu has reassured Nigerians that his administration will restore peace and security. He said that clear directives have been issued to the armed forces and relevant security agencies to end insecurity decisively and without delay. On Friday, in his Easter message to the nation, he expressed empathy with citizens affected by violence and unrest, noting that he understood the pain and fear such events had caused. The president also acknowledged the economic hardships faced by many Nigerians, promising that his administration is working tirelessly to restore investor confidence, stabilize key sectors, and build an inclusive economy that serves the interests of all Nigerians. He urged Nigerians to remain hopeful and united as the nation celebrates Easter, drawing a parallel between the resurrection of Jesus Christ and Nigerians' journey towards peace and prosperity. Recall that there has been a resurgence of terror attacks in the north, particularly Plateau and Benue State, with gunmen reportedly killing at least 52 people and displacing nearly 2,000 others over several days of attack in 6 villages in Plateau State. 3 officers of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have been hospitalized for gunshot injuries sustained after they were attacked by some armed men during a raid operation in Jahi area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on Thursday night. The spokesperson for the agency, Femi Babafemi, who said this during an interview yesterday, noted that the incident occurred when a team of the operatives acting on intelligence and surveillance report raided an uncompleted building at an NPC area of Jahi, where 74 bottles of codeine, 10 liters of codeine syrup, 48 grams of tramadol, 225 milligram, and 4.9 kilograms of skunk, a strain of cannabis, as well as 5 Android phones. Babafemi revealed that as the NDLEA team made their way out of the location, they came under gun attack with 3 of their personnel involved in the raid, sustaining gunshot injuries, 1 in the rib and 2 others on their back and legs. According to him, the wounded officers were initially stabilized at the police clinic in Gariki Area 1 before they were transferred to the National Hospital Abuja for further medical attention. He added that the chairman of the agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, expressed appreciation to the staff of the police clinic for their prompt support. General Marwa further assured them that the agency will deploy every means at its disposal and work in collaboration with other security agencies to fish out those responsible for the attack on them. In Benue State, Governor Harrison Talia of Benue has confirmed the killing of 5 people in Ukum local government area while also reacting to the suspected herdsmen attack on the Sakinra axis of the state, which the police said claimed 17 lives. Addressing journalists after the Good Friday Mass at Holy Ghost Parish in Makurdi, the state capital, Governor Alia cautioned communities against resorting to self-help, assuring residents that the state government, in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, is developing a strategic plan to end the killings by suspected invaders. While condemning the attacks on Benue communities, the governor urged residents to remain vigilant and to volunteer timely information to security agencies. He noted that the prompt response in Ukum was made possible by early intelligence, which helped prevent an even more devastating outcome. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo says kidnappers caught in the state will face death penalty, specifically by hanging, expressing readiness to sign the death warrants of convicts. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the press secretary to the governor, Fred Itwa, on Friday. Governor Okpebholo made this known at the stakeholder session at the Uromi Town Hall, where he had an interactive session with leaders and members of Hariwa community in Esan land. He noted that the Edo State House of Assembly had passed a bill amending the Kidnapping Prohibition Amendment Law and Related Matters 2013, which prescribes the death penalty for kidnappers and mandates the confiscation and demolition of properties used in the commission of their crimes. The governor assured that his administration will not tolerate insecurity, killing, and kidnapping anymore in the state, as he would deal angrily with all criminal elements in the state. He called on all to collaborate with his administration to secure the state, saying security is the business of all and not security agencies alone. The federal government has inaugurated the reconstituted Special Committee on the Campaign Against Social Vices in Secondary and Tertiary Institutions in Nigeria. Headed by a professor of governance and legislative studies, Jerry Ugokwe, the committee is left with the responsibility of intensifying efforts to eradicate cultism and drug abuse, cybercrime, examination malpractice, and other vices plaguing both secondary and tertiary institutions in the country. Speaking after the inauguration, Professor Ugokwe promised that the committee would leave no stone unturned in the bid to tackle the challenges of drug abuse and the threats of human trafficking, saying they will confront each challenge head-on with unshakable resolve and unconditional determination. He underscored the importance of collaboration with stakeholders in the education sector, noting that the committee cannot fight the battle alone. The committee comprises representatives from various institutions, including the Nigerian Police, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, student leaders, civil society groups, among others. The senior special advisor to the president on students' engagement, Sunday Asefon, during the inauguration in Abuja, highlighted the importance of the special committee in view of the growing level of social vices in secondary and tertiary institutions across the country. The Jigawa state government has disclosed plans to vaccinate no fewer than 1.9 million children under the age of 5 against the polio virus. The week-long immunization campaign has been scheduled to hold from April 24 to 30th, 2025 as part of the activities for the polio vaccination plan. The initiative, spearheaded by the state government in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, aims to prevent further outbreaks of the virus after 2 confirmed cases were recently recorded in Hadejia and Sultan-Kaka local government area of the state. Speaking at a media dialogue in Dutse, the state capital, on preparations for the campaign on Thursday, the health manager of the UNICEF Kano Field Office, Dr. Sereke Bereham Deres, described the insurgence of polio as unacceptable and must be halted. Deres, who represented the chief of the UNICEF Field Office, Rama Farah, called for urgent and collective action to ensure that no child is left behind in the vaccination exercise, urging the Jigawa state government to declare a state of emergency on polio and routine immunization. Now to the foreign scene, the African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, has urged immediate action to tackle ongoing health emergencies, including mpox, cholera, and anthrax. The Director General of Africa CDC, Dr. Jean Kaseya, said this during the weekly webinar media briefing. He said that as of epidemiological week 14, mpox has spread to at least 12 countries with over 27,000 confirmed cases and 167 deaths since 2024. With the mpox outbreak still affecting several African countries, the center reaffirmed commitment to intensifying response efforts under its newly launched Mpox Response Plan 2.0. Kaseya said Uganda alone accounted for 51% of the continent's cases this week, with high mortality reported, particularly among people living with HIV. He highlighted that the center was also tackling cholera outbreaks in the DRC and Angola, anthrax in Uganda and DRC's wildlife, and monitoring the Sudan Ebola virus situation. According to him, there are intensification, integration, and legacy aiming to reduce the mpox burden by half in endemic regions and strengthening Africans' preparedness for future outbreaks. Still on the foreign scene, Hamas has officially rejected Israel's latest ceasefire offer, saying it is prepared to immediately negotiate a deal that would see the release of all remaining hostages in return for an end to the war and the release of Palestinian prisoners. Revealing this in a video statement, Hamas chief negotiator Khalil Al-Hayya said they will not accept partial deals that serve Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political agenda. Hamas officials had already indicated to the BBC earlier in the week that they would reject the plan, noting that Netanyahu and his government use partial agreement as a cover for their political agenda, which is based on continuing the war of extermination and starvation, even if the price is sacrificing all his prisoners. He added that the group is ready to immediately negotiate a deal to swap all hostages with an agreed number of Palestinians jailed by Israel and end the war. Meanwhile, far-right Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich said it was time to open the gates of hell on Hamas. Hamas has previously said it will contemplate an overall deal to end the war, but the two sides are nowhere near any kind of agreement that will bring that about. On sports, Tennessee Olisa, a rising Nigerian chess star, has won his name into African chess history by emerging victorious at the inaugural African Super Zonal Chess Championship held in Lagos State. Olisa, 22 years old, delivered a stunning performance, finishing with 7.5 points out of 9 rounds to claim the African Zonal Chess crown. Competing against some of the continent's finest players, he demonstrated tactical brilliance and maturity well beyond his years. Coming off a silver medal win at the Zone 4.2 Championship, Olisa's Lagos triumph not only sealed his status as one of Africa's best, but also earned him major opportunities on the global stage. With this win, Tennessee Olisa now qualifies to face the bronze medalist from the African Individual Chess Championship for a slot in the 2025 FIDE World Cup. Additionally, he has secured a prestigious spot in the FIDE Grand Swiss, one of the highest level competitions in world class. Speaking, Olisa said winning the title on home soil is something he will never forget, expressing his joy to represent Nigeria and Africa at the next level. Tokyo Olympics 400 meters freestyle champion Ahmed Hafnau has received a 21-month suspension for 3 whereabouts failures, the Aquatic Sports Integrity Unit said. It added that the Tunisia swimmer's ban runs till January 10, 2026, and all of his results from April 1, 2024 onwards have been disqualified. The Aquatic Sports Integrity Unit, however, said Hafnau admitted that he committed 3 whereabouts failures within a 12-month period. As well as winning the 400 free title at Tokyo, Hafnau won 800 and 1,500 gold and 400 silver at the 2023 World Championship in Fukuoka. To bring the news to an end, a recap of our headlines. The leader of the Army Force Headquarters Recruitment Sensitization Team to Anambra State, Brigadier General Chimaye Kato, has called on youth in the southeast to key into the ongoing Nigerian Army recruitment to fill up the zone slot and represent the southeast in the force. Hamas has officially rejected Israel's latest ceasefire offer, saying it is prepared to immediately negotiate a deal that will see the release of all remaining hostages in return for an end to the war. Anthony Sinolise, rising Nigerian chess star, has won his name into African chess history by emerging victorious at the inaugural African Super Zonal Chess Championship held in Lagos. On behalf of the technical and editorial crew, I am Oluchi Ojo Bamdele. Thank you for choosing TV Sapientia.